Hi students, in the last videos of motion, we already discussed the displacement, distance travel, ST graphs, differences between speed and velocity, some numerical problems, that is mainly graph representations in the last videos. In this video, the continuous topic is acceleration and deceleration. In this video, we are going to discuss about those topics: definition of acceleration, formula of acceleration, and as well as deceleration. Acceleration is represented by letter A. Let us discuss first of all what is meaning of acceleration. Generally, we are going to listen the word press the accelerator in the case of a vehicle. Every vehicle has accelerator. Means accelerator is a machine. Whenever generally it will be there, in a bike it is there nearer to the hand. In a vehicle generally it will be there nearer to the leg. By pressing that or by rotating it, the speed of a vehicle may changes. Means by the acceleration, by raising the acceleration of a vehicle, the speed of a vehicle will increase. Means at the initial stage, the speed of a vehicle is less. By accelerating, the speed of the vehicle will increase. From this, what should you can understand? There is a change in the speed or change in the velocity. Why? Because if you apply the direction to the speed, it becomes velocity. We already know that. This means by accelerating the vehicle, the speed of a vehicle or otherwise the velocity of a vehicle changes with respect to time. Why? Because motion is nothing but with respect to time. So there is a change in the speed or change in the velocity of the vehicle with respect to time by accelerating. Now, you should understand this. This means it gives an idea how quickly the velocity of your body changes. Automatically speed of your body is also changes. If the change in the speed or change in the velocity is uniform, then the acceleration is said to be uniform acceleration. Or if the change in the speed or change in the velocity is non-uniform, then the acceleration is said to be non-uniform acceleration. So accelerations, how many types now? Two types. Number one, uniform acceleration. Number two, non-uniform acceleration. Now let us see. The acceleration may be uniform or otherwise non-uniform. What is uniform acceleration? If a body covers equal changes of velocity. Why every time we are calling as velocity? Velocity is nothing but directed speed. So for that innerly speed is already there. Velocity in equal intervals of time, then the body is said to be in uniform acceleration. Let us discuss now what is meaning of non-uniform acceleration and what is the formula for the acceleration, units of acceleration. Now, see what is meaning of non-uniform acceleration. Here, before in the uniform acceleration we said the body speeds up or takes velocity in equal intervals with respect to time. In the non-uniform acceleration, the body speeds up in unequal changes. That means if a body complete unequal changes of velocity in equal intervals of time. Time should not change. Time always will be in equal intervals. However, it may be the intervals. It may be in seconds or it may be in minutes or something, whatever it may be. Now, let us come to the definition of acceleration. Till now what we understood, acceleration is nothing but change in the velocity with respect to time. Change in the velocity with respect to time physically called as rate of change in velocity. Rate means what? Comparing with respect to time. Here the physical quantity is nothing but change in velocity is the physical quantity. This means we are taking the ratio of change in velocity with respect to time. That change in velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. We already know change in velocity is nothing but final velocity minus initial velocity, as we already said in the earlier. So acceleration A is equal to delta V by delta t. Why delta V? It is nothing but change of velocity. Delta V by delta t, that is equal to V minus U by delta t. Let us discuss now what are the units of acceleration and what is meaning of deceleration. Till now what we learned? A is equals to delta V by delta t, that is nothing but V minus U by delta t, because rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Now see, we know that A is equals to delta V by delta t. This can be written as delta S by delta t totally divided by delta t. Why? Delta V is nothing but change in the displacement with respect to time. Rate of change of velocity is nothing but rate of change of displacement. Now what happened to this value? This value becomes delta S by delta t into 1 by delta t. Now this becomes delta S by delta t square. That is nothing but displacement by time square. So finally what we got? A is equals to delta V by delta t, that is equals to delta S by delta t square. This is the final expression that gives. Why we are calling it as final expression? Because displacement is nothing but the fundamental quantity, that is length, and as well as the time, as earlier we already explained. This means we converted the derived unit like acceleration into the form of fundamental quantities. Now we are having an ability to write the units. CGS unit will be, and as well as MKS unit will be there. Now what is the CGS unit of this acceleration? CGS unit of acceleration depends on CGS unit of displacement. The CGS unit of displacement is centimeter. Here by is there, by. CGS unit of time, second, but here the square is there. So the unit of acceleration is nothing but centimeter per second square. We already know this. It can be written as centimeter into second power minus 2. Then what is the MKS unit of acceleration? MKS unit of acceleration depends on MKS unit of displacement, that is nothing but meter. I already said we should write in a small letter only, by second square. Now this value becomes meter into second power minus 2. This is CGS unit of acceleration and as well as MKS unit of acceleration. Generally we can consider this one in kilometer per hour square. Why? Because general unit also sometimes we can see in some other textbooks. The general unit is nothing but kilometer. Why? Because the displacement is in kilometer. Whenever it is in kilometer, time must should be in hours. So kilometer per hour, but here square is there, so we should represent the square also. Now the units becomes kilometer hour power minus 2. These are all the derivations of acceleration. See here, acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity, or square of rate of change of displacement. The units becomes centimeter per second square, meter per second square. This we already explained in our previous videos. Further equally, there is a great need of basics in physics. How to represent the unit, that we will come to know easy manner. Let us discuss whether what kind of quantity, that is acceleration. See here, displacement is a vector quantity, so that velocity is also a vector quantity, then acceleration is also a vector quantity. Now we can write that acceleration is a vector. Acceleration is a vector quantity. Now, what is deceleration or otherwise retardation? Till now we discussed about the acceleration. Generally, a ball is there. You throw the ball in the upward direction. Yet, what speed we thrown up, same speed it should not maintain. Why? Because as it moves towards the upper cases, means towards the higher altitudes, the speed of the ball gradually decreases and it will comes to rest at a particular place, and again it comes down. For example, if you observe here, we thrown the ball in the upward direction. We are considering this is the ball. Now you thrown the ball in the upward direction, it will reach a particular point. From that particular point onwards again falls down. The ball which is thrown up is called vertically projected body. The ball which is coming down in a free manner, that is called freely falling body. If you observe here, as it moves in the upward direction, the speed of the ball gradually decreases. Here direction means velocity of the ball gradually decreasing. Here in this, velocity of the ball gradually increasing. That means generally there is a change in the velocity, means it may be increase in the velocity or it may be decrease in the velocity. Let us come to an example. For example, this is a road. On the road a car is there. Here you stopped the process of acceleration, means you stopped the accelerating of the vehicle. Accelerator is stopped. Then what happens? Slowly the vehicle will comes to rest. At the first case, the body is in motion. By the loss of acceleration, by reducing the acceleration, the body will comes to rest. What does it mean? Here delta V is negative. Means change in the velocity. First of all, the velocity of the body is V max, and here body will comes to rest. This means velocity is equals to 0. Here maximum velocity is there, here the velocity is less. Now what happens? Acceleration also becomes negative. Why? Because A is equals to delta V by delta T. That is nothing but V minus U by T. What is the value here? Final velocity is 0 minus U by T. That is equal to minus U by T. Here the symbol minus indicates negative. So negative acceleration, this can be written as A is equals to minus A. Now this negative acceleration is called deceleration, which is also called retardation. What is the difference between negative acceleration and as well as acceleration? Just only the difference is there in sign convention. Acceleration may be positive or negative, but negative acceleration specially called as deceleration or otherwise retardation. With different examples we can understand that concept. For example, say we stopped the pedaling of a cycle. Up to there you are moving with high speed or otherwise high velocity, if you stop the pedaling, slowly the cycle will comes to rest. This means your velocity is changed from maximum to minimum. Means there is a change in the velocity in a negative. Then acceleration also becomes negative. Such kind of acceleration is called retardation. The units are same like in the case of acceleration. The CGS unit is nothing but centimeter per second square. MKS or SI unit is nothing but meter per second square. General unit is also nothing but kilometer hour power minus 2. These are all quite common. Even deceleration is also a vector quantity like acceleration. The difference is only the sign convention. Let us see this example. Here you are there in a bus. Sometimes the bus moves in a very straight manner. No, the bus is moving in a ghat road. In a ghat road, is it moves in a very straight manner? If it moves in a straight manner, we will be there somewhere else. That's later. So, for example, if the bus is moving in a curved path, see here, this is the curved path where the bus is moving. Like this, suddenly the curved paths are there. Whenever the bus is moving in this curved path, for example, say in the first case, the bus is here. In the next case, the bus is here. In the next case, the bus is here. Here, the bus is here. Whenever the bus is taking in different kinds of the path, we can represent this in this form. Means the bus is moving in a curved path. For example, say in whatever it may be the direction, we can represent it. See, whenever at this particular point A, point B, point C, point D, point E. If we consider at point A, the body is moving in this path, there we are going to draw the tangent. Why? Because this tangent gives the direction of velocity. We already know that. Now, here this is there, for example, say here the body is there. This is the tangential direction of velocity. This is the tangential direction of velocity. Here is the tangential direction of velocity. Here is the tangential direction of velocity. At this point, this is the tangential direction of velocity. See now, in which case the direction of velocity is maximum. At what point the direction of velocity is maximum? Absolutely the answer is C. Means as the tangential length is more, velocity is also more, then automatically acceleration is also more. We already know that whenever the bus is moving into a curved path or otherwise into a ghat road, compulsory at a maximum height, whenever it is towards a maximum height, the driver will apply more acceleration. Means he will press the more on the accelerator, then automatically the bus try to lift in the particular direction. More acceleration, of course, change in the velocity may be less, but the driver will apply more force on the accelerator, then means he is applying more acceleration because of the height and because of the anti-gravity, speed of the vehicle is less. But the driver will apply more amount of the acceleration. This means whenever a body is there in a curved path, the highest length means the greatest length. If you observe here, length of the tangent is small. Here also the length of the tangent is small. Here the length of the tangent is more. If we consider if this is the body is at E, here also length of the tangent is more. Means at the point C and at the point E, the driver is applying more amount of the acceleration. For example, the driver is getting down the hill. He is coming in the reverse direction. In the before case, he is moving in the upward direction. In the next case, he is coming in the reverse direction. Then no need to apply the acceleration. Simply if you hold the brake at a particular point, then automatically the body moves in it. Of course, many of you having such kind of the experiences whenever you visited some of the hills nearer to your stations. Let us see small kind of the worked out problems on the concept of acceleration and as well as uniform acceleration, deceleration, which regarding to our regular 9th class textbook.